Hi everyone. I I wanted to make this video because I'm in a way to help because I'm still trying to process the news of what happened with Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda, um, and then we lost Terry Funk a few days ago as well. It's just back to back. Um, First off, I usually start my videos with "I hope you're doing okay." I sincerely hope in this case, I hope people are okay because I know this is a massive shock to a lot of people. I made sure yesterday to message people to make sure they were okay. Many friends to see if they were, how they were coping. And it kind of, I'm still trying to process the news myself. It kind of slowly sinks in, and then it kind of, you think to yourself, is it real? And it's going to take a while. I think the last time like this was with Brody, and then the time before that, Eddie Guerrero. And I mean, in this industry, the wrestling that we follow, I know there can be a lot of difficulties in agreeing with stuff and being on the same level with people. But after yesterday and seeing all the support from all the wrestling companies, the major ones, and the indies and stuff like that, but pretty much from the whole of the wrestling community, how it brought everyone together to remember Bray and all the stuff that he did in the wrestling industry. I think I can say confidently that it did bring everyone together, even in these sad times. But it's just one of those things. You knew Bray was just incredible in what he did creatively. Through the through especially the Fiend, an example, the Cult with the Fireflies, amazing stuff. So I'm kind of making this video because I know a few of my friends have already made their own videos or done their own tributes on their streams, and I wanted to contribute and talk about my favourite moments with Bray, what I enjoyed, what he did, and so I apologise in advance because, like I said, I'm still trying to process this news. If I cry, I apologise because it's just one of those things. But I remember when I first saw him in NXT. That was the first time I watched him, but didn't know of him per se. Like, it was just one of those things I used to watch now and then. But I think the big hitter for me was when it was the Wyatt family versus excuse me, the Shield. I think it was at TLC or Extreme Rules. I apologise, but it was an amazing match. The atmosphere was electric. The match hadn't even started and the crowd was already chanting, "This is awesome." So you knew you were in for a amazing match, and it was. I still love that match. It was incredible, and it kind of got me realising I really like all these wrestlers here. It got me really into the Shield. It got me into the Wyatt family. So that match was just incredible. Another match was very well of late. I can't remember which WrestleMania it was, but it was the Firefly Funhouse match with John Cena. I know people debate whether it was a match or was it just very good cinematography. But it was just the whole storytelling throughout it was just incredible. I thought it was done fantastically, in regards to the storytelling from Cena's end and Bray's end. And it was one I definitely rewatched yesterday. I need to rewatch The Shield versus the Wyatt family very soon. And another one was The Fiend. I think it was his first match, and it was at SummerSlam when he faced off against Finn Balor. Incredible match. So good. It was just because we hadn't seen this character before. We'd only seen vignettes of him, but to actually see it, and then that intro, oh, incredible. Honestly, chills just because of you just realize during the presence of this wrestler who has created this character that people can be just like, oh my god, just like, is this real? This is amazing. And that was the thing about Bray. I think he had so many good creative ideas. I mean, the Sister Abigail story, then the Firefly Funhouse and teaming up with Alexa Bliss. I truly love the Firefly House segments. I mean, I've reacted to them on this channel, and one of the things I really enjoyed watching each week was that, to see what would happen next and see what kind of spooky stuff would happen. And like I said, teaming up with Alexa Bliss, truly loved that as well. It's I mean, the man was just so creative in his work. It was just, I truly enjoyed when he came back again earlier on last year and gave that heartfelt speech. It was just so good. Another moment was when he held the championship, and the words when he said, "I've got the whole world in my hands," and it's just like, yeah, you do. You really do. I first found out yesterday, was when I woke up. The first thing is I got a couple of messages from people just letting me know something had happened. I didn't know what, and then I had a look on a Discord group that I'm in, and I saw it, and I didn't believe it at first. It was just like, what's going on? And then I quickly looked on YouTube, and the first video that came up was the Wrestle Talk video that Luke had posted, and I sat and watched it, but it didn't go in, and I think I had to watch it a couple more times before I realised, like, to absorb what had happened. But and then I was reading so many tributes, watching so many videos yesterday about it. It was just it was just like, it was so heartwarming to read all the tributes to Bray, but also heartbreaking at the same time to read them, because you have to remember that he had so many friends in the wrestling industry. He had his wife, and he had his, a family, 4 kids, and it's just so tragic. It really is. It's just like the age he was as well. I think that's the thing that's hit me most, is how old he was. 36. It's just like, that's no age. It really is no age at all. And it's just, it's the same with Brody. Both too young, and both had so much to give. It's just, I mean, like I said before, the one thing we have now is that we can remember all all the good things he did for the wrestling industry, especially with the stories he had and the things he created. I did watch the SmackDown tribute show last night, and oh boy, I thought I cried enough as it was yesterday, but oh gosh, like the beginning of SmackDown, where Eric Rowan returned, and Braun Strowman was there. It was lovely to see them both. They had the 10-bell salute for Bray and for Terry Funk as well. Beautiful video as well that they did. And then the rocking chair, oh boy, just the light dimming down on it as well. It was just well done. Creatively, it didn't move. It was like you were hoping it would move, but it didn't. Throughout the show, they had special vignettes that's the best of Bray, the QR codes as well, which, as we know, when he came back last year, they had a lot of the White Rabbit stuff promoting with QR codes as well. A lot of wrestlers had armbands. I know Bayley had one, Rey Mysterio had one. Selena Vega had Bray written down her shoulder in her match against Io Sky. And then towards the end, I think it was like the main event, LA Knight came out and did a lovely speech to Bray, because LA Knight was his last opponent in the Mountain Dew Lights Out match at Royal Rumble, which didn't get a lot of good comments at the time, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. I thought Bray looked amazing with the face paint, but I know LA Knight was very choked up throughout it, and it was just very well done, the show. And then he kind of did the what he wanted to say, brought in his thing he's doing with the Miz at the moment, and then at the end, when he said, "I'm going to tell you something now, if you ever run into me, I'm going to tell you what a wise man once told me. Run." And that was Bray's. He always used to say that at the end before the music hit. LA Knight won the match, and the night ended with it going to the ring. There was steam kind of all around the ring, and there was a single lamp in the middle of the ring with the light on, which is the lamp that Bray used to hold. And then the angle again, they had a photo of Bray with the wings, as if like he was standing in the ring, like a silhouette of Bray. They cut out the lights as well. That was very well done, because that's what they used to do when the Fiend used to come out. That was good to hear that again. I know that sounds weird, but it was. And it just ended with that. I'm glad they didn't put out the light, because the light will never die. I know he's no longer here, but the creativeness of his work will always shine through. I don't know if we'll ever have a wrestler like him again. I truly appreciate all that he has done in the industry, and he has left a very big imprint for those watching. It's like I was listening to the Wrestle Talk stuff yesterday, and the tributes coming in, of so many people, how they got back into wrestling thanks to Bray, and it was just so wonderful to see and to hear. Heck, even, I loved what he did. I really did. So it is tough. It's very tough. I know they had the lights on for the Fireflies yesterday, which was really good. I'm so glad. And they started singing He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. I'm going to All In tomorrow, and I really hope there is something similar. I will definitely have my phone out. I will have my torch on, and I will shine it to the sky, because it's what he deserves. And yeah, I think I'm sorry for the silences and whatnot. I'm trying to do this in one take. It's going to be impossible, but I think the one thing we have to remember is like, you don't know what's around the corner. Embrace everything you do. Be brave in your life, whatever you do, and don't hold back, because like I said, you don't know what's going to happen. And tell those who you love, you love them. Give them extra hugs. Just cherish them, because you just don't know what's going to happen. And we have to remember that, to treasure those moments, like we have with Bray, with the moments he created. So I'm gonna end on what I said yesterday on Wrestle Talk, and just say thank you, Bray. Thank you for all the things you did, and your lights will continue to glow as bright as those fireflies in the arena. We'll miss you so much. Thank you, Bray.